Welcome everyone to the ETF2L Season 28 Week 2 matchup between ANTIC and SVIFT. This is going to be two really close teams in the tables. They both have 6 points, so they're both looking to make their mark. And it's going to be me, Beater, along with Degu on the camera, and then HiipFire joining me in the co-casting chair. How are you doing, HiipFire?
I'm doing good. I'm very excited for this game. I was very disappointed when we couldn't do this cast yesterday, because I was actually quite excited for it. This is like one of the first like really interesting games, because this is something that a matchup we might see again in the playoffs. So
yeah, it's we were talking a bit about this before the cast started, but essentially we rate SVIFT pretty differently. Where I feel like SVIFT are probably going to be like championship contenders. You rate them quite a bit lower. So, like, can you talk about why you would rate them a little bit lower than maybe championship potential?
Right. So, like, obviously SVIFT, got second place at I-61, but only 3 players from that lineup are still in this lineup, being Samzi, Salentes, and Ali. And they lost some of their star players. They lost Banny, they lost Ast, and they lost Raptor, who, is perceived as like the problem with SVIFT. And they replaced them with 2 players, Babs, Polygon, and then also Tiger. Tiger is obviously a really good scout who will probably be a good replacement for Ast. But then you have Polygon, who played on Ascent EU before. And that's like, you have to fill the shoes of Banny. That's a bit iffy. And, I mean, I don't know how much of an improvement Babs will be over Raptor as well, because Raptor wasn't really that bad at I-61. Like, he gets a little bit dogged on for dropping in the finals, but it wasn't like as bad as it was perceived, I guess. But
yeah, Twitch chat is always like, that's the only thing they see, right? They see a drop, they type in +2. It's just a natural reflex at this point. Yeah, take that all with a grain of salt.
You know about medics who drop. I mean, you like Lego, Condom, and you're familiar with this phenomenon.
I warmed up the spot for Condom. He just slid right in there. Got every bit as much as me. Good times. But yeah, so you mentioned that they had like quite a few people that's kind of set out, and then they picked up some weaker players. Whereas I'm thinking they still retain a lot of the roster. And they also pick up Tiger, which is like absolutely massive, because TF2 these days is pretty simple in a lot of ways. It just seems like there's this really solid predictor of how a game's going to go, and that is the team with the best scouts are going to win like the majority of the games, just because they'll win more fights through raw DM. And Samsi and Tiger are like probably the best scout duo in TF2, like European TF2 right now. Not counting 7, because 7 are not in the season. So you can just write those guys off. So Tiger's the best scout right now. I think only one that's better is Stark, and he's on 7. Who's not in the season. So I think that alone is going to give them so many edges so many times. And that's going to come into play. Also, I will mention today, you kind of went through the roster already of SVIFT Gaming. So on the other hand, we have, on the other side, we have ANTIC, and they're missing 2 players. They're missing AMS and they're missing Rising, which is the 2 soldiers. And AMS is also kind of, like, he built the team, he's a main caller. So that could be a big deal. I think it's something about him having, like, less time to play these days because of education or something. So we probably shouldn't expect him back this season. So that should be interesting to see. But then on Medic, they have Raptor, Smear, on Demo Man, Smear. I'm always waiting for him to just break through and just become the best. It hasn't happened yet. But we'll see. We have Botmerk, the Super Merc, and then we have Adiski. I think Adiski's going to be Pocket and going to see Botnose on Roma. That's usually Botnose role anyway on Roma. And then on Scouts, we have Yeehaw and HiipFire. Yeehaw is the big unknown, basically. He's like a high player that got his shot in Prem. Then we have HiipFire, who's been around forever and is a very solid scout. But, out of Yeehaw and HiipFire and Tiger and Zamsi, I definitely favor Tiger and Zamsi. And,
I would not. I'm definitely not arguing against that. One thing I didn't really mention is one of the issues that people kind of saw with SVIFT leading up to I-61 was that the team is full of like a lot of personalities. Like there's a lot of people that have very vibrant personalities that are very like big in the comms. Like they have
Right.
Samsey, they have Celentes, they have Ali who's supposed to be the caller, but then Samsey and Celentes can also be very vocal, and so it causes a little bit of tension. And they didn't really fix that problem when they got rid of Banny, because they still have the two others, and they also have Tiger. I don't know how toxic he really is, but he was on the Champ GG lineup, so I guess I'll say that he's toxic by association.
He's also British. So.
This is also true. On the other side, I think Polygon and Babs are relatively like low-key people. Actually, that's based on nothing. I'm not actually going to claim that at all. That's based on no knowledge at all. But yeah, this like they still have the personality issue, so it could be slightly. I don't know. They need to obviously avoid the potential tilt factor, but definitely, as Peter said, on paper, SVIFT is like basically like probably the season winner. But that's, you know, the problem.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. We saw top 5 Rocket and Lego, which was the first really interesting matchup this season, and now here we have probably what's going to be the number 2 really interesting one, right? Because how good is ANTIC? How good is SWIFT? That's going to be really interesting to see, like how well they fare up against each other. ANTIC could be a really good team, definitely make playoff. They could also be trash. We've seen them before be very promising in the preseason and then just kind of taper off and not really make anything of the season. So you know, there can be a variety of reasons for it, but it's been seen before, so it's good to kind of put in your hand in the water, see what the temperature is.
So we should be starting soon, so quick predictions. Who's gonna win this map?
All right, I think Swift's gonna take it. Let's just say 3-1 or something like that.
Ooh, 3-1. That's a pretty close scoreline, actually.
That's a high-scoring game in TF2 standards today.
I think I'm gonna go with Swift winning as well. Like I don't rate Swift as high, but in my head, I still think that on paper they're better. So I think it'll probably be like 4-1. I think 4-1 still for Swift. But we're starting now, so we're gonna see the first mid of the all official. It seems like the polls are in Swift with 73%. The chat seems to agree with the casters, but let's see if ANTIC can prove us wrong. The first mid's coming in right now. Scouts demos have arrived. ANTIC is going to go straight onto Swift's side of mid here. They're trying to make their way through, but they're getting bought by both Polygon and Celentes. Yeah.
That was really money, but the Soldier Down comes in, but gets air shot. Polygon's on the ground, gets taken down. No, that was a Disky, sorry. Tiger with 3 kills already, and he's actually on the prowl still. He's still chasing this medic. You might find the soldier instead. Yeah, he's going to find him, but he can't really do anything. So he's just going to retreat. Just hang out and go back. But a very good mid so far, and just already we see Tiger in effect. Just hitting his shots, cleaning up some really nice damage. Who hit the air shot? I don't know if you saw that.
I don't know who it was, but that was... Yeah, those are some big money bombs there from the 2 soldiers from SVIFT, just completely shutting it down. This even Ubers, the Raptor managed to escape, so this won't be just a simple roll 1 round for SVIFT. They do have the advantage being on the attacking side here on this last point, but they need to actually find an opening to make their way in. And it seems like Celentes is going to be the one to jump in. He's coming from River right now. He's trying to wave his way through. He's going to get hit by that Senshi and cannot get those rockets onto Raptor. So
yeah, Raptor went down to 74 HP. He's definitely not going to pop that. Just not going to fall for it. See a Disky using the banner, and I think he's built it quite well. I think he's like 2/3 wave of just building that banner. He's just going to keep on spamming people, just finding them and exchanging damage. So he's probably going to have good damage stats. But you know, since there's some downtime, I guess I'll just talk about that soldier bomb on the middle. I really love the way it worked, because the 2 soldiers, they bombed the same spot, but they came from different angled, and it was like slightly stuttered. So it wasn't like one came in from the one side, and then like half a second later, the other guy came in from the other side. So that was just really effective. Oh, Tiger's gonna run in there, think he wants to go sniper.
Atlantis jumping in as well, though.
Oh, Adiski's gonna pop the bugle here. He's going up in Riverside. They might just push out on this. It was definitely a sack for sniper, at least that's what it looked like to me. And but now this banner comes out, and that could really put a wrench in things. Tiger's actually gone scout, just not going into it. He's actually gonna run behind. Oh, he ran through a sticky trap. That's so huge. And oh man,
sees the sentry, but he's on Smear, and he gets Herpy. I think at least he should. Yes, he gets a
oh
clip,
my
and also
God.
gets a pun nose. Oh no, that flag was perfect. It didn't really work out with the back cap that I think he had in mind, but he found 3 weak ANTIC players, and it works out anyway. And the push out not really working out too hot for ANTIC, and now SVIFT is going to be playing the point. They're just going to try to keep this this last point alive.
Oh, he's just standing on it?
Oh, yeah. They tried to chase through into River to force Babs his Uber, but I think Herpy was sitting on top right and just was not in position to contest the point, so Tiger just got the free cap.
Yeah, that all happened because basically Tiger got really lucky, or Smear was bad, and he lost track of his sticky trap, and Tiger just ran through it. So they weren't expecting that flank at all. Like, it should have been covered, but it wasn't. So Tiger with the 3K mid, and then just following up with the 3K flank, and then just capping the point. So Tiger's definitely in center right now. Selen's going to jump in behind, so he's behind and choked. And I think he's just waiting for his mark to come in. The rest of his team are now pushing forward. He's going to come in from behind, but no, gets piped down by Smear. Nice pipe from him, but finally, seems like SVIFT, they're just pushing across the point and doing too much damage, and they can't deal with it.
Yeah, both teams were very weak at the end of that mid, but unfortunately one really well-placed rocket from Polygon, I think, completely split up the combo of ANTIC, so everyone was just in a different spot, and then they just got killed off one by one, easily cleaned up, so...
Buttnose was hiding in elbow, and nobody spotted him, so he's still behind. Like, he's obviously not going to be able to get this back cap. He doesn't have the paint or anything, but he can come in through River, but Soldier spots him, that's Silentus. So at least it's going to be called, but there's already a push in here on last. The D-Ski will block the point, but there's people in water. That's actually Samsey. He's very weak, finally going to get taken down. So this push so far has not been very successful. It hasn't really taken anyone down, and they've actually lost 2 now as well. So Buttnose even comes in behind and gets that flank to work. Now it's just a matter of can Babs get out alive. She's just going to run in here, and no, there's no way. Going to go for the saw and just basically die. Oh, yeah, she even killed herself, but yeah, Sam's going to go sniper there. But a great hold coming out from ANTIC.
Yeah, very good stuff. They the combo just immediately went into spawn right as they saw the Uber come in, and they had I think a soldier or a demo under the point who did a very good job of basically locking off anybody trying to be sneaky through water and get that that I guess essentially back cap in. So they basically just were able to juke the Uber. And just,
he's got eyes on the medic. He finally hits the soldier, but no, he just barely missed that. Can't help but get nervous whenever, like, just whenever a sniper sees a medic. It's actually a soldier jumping in through choke. Very good. Somehow nobody dies. Finally, RP will get Silentus, but both Adiski and Silentus got down very weak, and there's actually been popped through the choke, and it's gonna end up being SVIFT just taking it. No, wait, sorry. ANTIC is gonna take second here, but they will be at a huge disadvantage, so they have to be careful in this kind of situation. It's usually pretty safe for the team that's holding 4 points. It's very difficult to push out a last, but if at any point your medic goes too far forward, you can get caught in Uber, and that's going to be an absolute disaster.
So we have Tiger on NG, we have Samsey on Sniper. It seems like SVIFT is not even going to attempt to push out. They're just already in holding mode. They don't believe, I guess, in their abilities to push on this like 40% advantage. It would be quite difficult since ANTIC is already holding a little bit, like, with the thought in mind that they're gonna have to give up second, but so they have gone into top now. It's even Ubers. Samsey's actually on the Pyro now, so if they go in for a trade, they might get caught a little bit, but I think they're just gonna do the standard sack plays, at least. With when you have like this many mercs, doing like kind of fancy plays might cause some chaos within your comm. So I think there's going to be trying to go very simple with this. Yeah, they're just going to do the double soldier peek from river, get that sentry, and then maybe elect to send a sacker in or something like that. But no, seems to be moving in. He's going to jump in. Beefs his jump a little bit, gets one good rocket onto Babs, tries to get the air shot, but barely misses it. That would have been perfect. Second soldier jumping in at D-Ski gets scorched just as much, and ANTIC is going to have to back off and hold off the upcoming SVIFT aggression.
Yeah, it's like just the follow was a little bit too slow there from a D-Ski. Like, he obviously heard that the medic was weak and then he jumped in, but it was just a bit too slow. Now there's going to be a counter push out, but P's going to be really far forward and he gets taken down really quickly. So that's one scout that can't back cap. Oh my god. So he jumps into a sticky trap. This is already looking pretty dicey, but the Raptor will actually be the first one to pop. Seemed kind of weird. I guess he did to save Smear. Yeah, he did. And Polygon gets taken down as well. Ali then behind. Can he do the damage? He can indeed. So this is so uncomfortable. There's a soldier on the back cap. Solita's going to go in here, but he's getting bounced off. Oh my god, a D-Ski. He actually did it. That's really huge play there from a D-Ski. Just bouncing the soldier off forever.
Perfect. This is going to be the tie. This is 9 minutes in. We're back to a 1-1 situation. So this is already starting to become quite the match here. So now going into the next mid, I think that ANTIC has lost the last 2 mids, so now they're going to have to come with some kind of response. But it doesn't really seem to be working out because the double soldier aggression once again is going to just destroy their combo. They lose Raptor like immediately into this fight, and Buttnose is dead as well. The only play that's still in will be HiipFire, who's now stuck behind. So ANTIC is basically checked out of this mid.
Yeah, ANTIC, I feel like 50% of the team is just hiding in corners right now. HiipFire's on middle. Hey, he's gonna find a scout, and the other scouts also found him, and just seems to just 2-shots him. Nope, no biggie. He does this all the time. But a huge uber advantage now for Babs. Gonna move on to second and then just try to get inside with as little incident as possible, and you're just pushing on it. But there will be a sentry gun. Kind of interesting that so far the sentry guns have been on the right side. Yeah, not or like their own left side. That's not a normal spot for a sentry gun. I guess it's just for people whenever they for example, there comes the Uber. The pirate's going to try to sentry, but he's not going to be able to. Sentry does go down immediately to a sticky trap. And so far, everyone has just rotated into spawn and no time on the point either. This is the best way to quickly fail that push. Now, because now it's just an even fight, and usually the defense will win. Is then they actually get the Uber as well. They will take down the demo man, and now they'll just clean everyone out. But I think Babs has escaped pretty well. So he's actually going to go back in. It seems really suspect, but no. People come in from the other side, and they are actually winning the DM fight quite a bit. Buttnose does a lot of damage, but now it's just a single soldier in here. But the spawner's coming in as well. This is so close, but no, eventually just the DM is too strong. And those dry pushes, they're pretty nasty.
I think that was actually a pretty decent call for them to push in, because they knew that Smear was like 2 HP in water, so there's basically nothing he can do about actually blocking the point, because he has no sticks on it. And then there's just HiipFire and Yeehaw on top with Raptor, and you have 5 players. I think the only player they didn't have was a soldier. So like if they go quick and get those frags immediately, then they can just just easily play the point and just win it. So that's actually very good. I very much like the aggressive play there. Worked out quite well. But the next mid seems to be relatively even right now. 2 players down for both teams. But some weak scouts are going to be fighting against each other. And Tiger gets Yeehaw, but goes down to the arrow from Raptor. And Smear stuck, unable to get out. He's about to go
for the jump. He wants this medic. He's on the prowl. He sees Raptor, but if he goes in too far, he's going to just find a soldier. He will not. He's just going to spam them out a little bit. And the middle hasn't even been captured, so I think everyone from SVIFT, they have to just back off here, wait it out, and if they're lucky, they can get second. Or when I say lucky, I mean they can do it in here. And actually, Ali just takes down a D-Ski. Nice DM from him. That's a really good start. That's a lot less spam to deal with. The scout's completely caught in her P. Doesn't really have the help of his team, and the rest of the team will now just back off, go back to last with full Uber. It's even Ubers, but still, they have a full Uber to hold the last whip. So that's pretty good. But so then he's actually just going to jump in here, trying to see if he can get him, but he jumps into a heavy and is not able to do the damage to Raptor, who just basically ducks into spawn and survives, and everyone else from SVIFT will just back off, and we actually have a spy on a D-ski.
The pocket off class. This is a creative idea, I guess, to say the least. But Salenta is actually going on to spy as well, so we have a double spy, or 2 spy plays concurrently. And so who do you think is going to be successful? Do you think Salenta's or D-ski is the better spy player here? Oh, well,
I think a D-ski. Oh, okay. I will not even take credit for that. You just walked in the door and died. Yeah, I think a D-ski is just in a better situation. This is completely unexpected, and it's just going to be so much more difficult for him to predict. And he's in a pretty good position already. So, like, usually when the medic is in this position right now, he'll probably at some point walk up and then go up there. And if not, like, there's going to be a soldier in Riverside that's going to be an easy backstab. I think a D-ski is in a very good position, and at the very least, you can just call whatever people are doing. It's very easy for his team to hold it. And Salentis, again, walks in the same door and gets deaded. Oh, man. And Smear with the draft stock calls him worse than AMS. Oh, that's mean.
Oh, he's in! He's in! And he
he did it!
Oh, that is it. The drop. And this is going to be free for ANTIC. They just need to try and make it so that Raptor doesn't have to pop his Uber. They should be able to make it out mostly cleanly, but there's actually a little bit of a rat play going on from SVIFT. They completely surround Smear. They get that frag, and they're going to be making their way onto last with 2 players. They're trying to stack it, but ooh, the 6x on the point for ANTIC is going to just barely save their butts there. But Tiger and Salenta are still behind, but Adiski gets the first one. He knows Salenta's is in the lobby, but that won't be an issue for the actual combo of ANTIC that's capping mid.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that Salentis can't cap anything and spawn camp them, and they're fine. Salentis will jump in. Ooh, almost hits the big air shot. But he's going to give chase now, trying to see if he can get the soldier, who should be going for the medkit, but again, D-ski's smart. He's not going to stick around. And they're just basically leaving Salentis behind, and I don't think they mind him going in. Oh, he's actually getting onto the demo man, but Smear with 2 nice pipes will shut that down. So that's a pick already, and an Uber advantage. I think we're about to see a very successful push in here if they do this right. It's going to Uber in a soldier, a scout, and a demo man. Force everyone into spawn, and now they put a scout on the point. But everyone from SVIFT just comes back out of the spawn at the exact same time. As in the water, hit some nice pipes. Oh my god. How are they holding this? This is so crazy. Oh my god. I can't believe they held it that well.
I don't like how they approach this push at all, because they tried to put a scout on the point, which is good, but Herpy was Ubered on the point, and I assumed that he was going to walk onto the point and just sack for the stick so that someone else could get onto it, but instead he went into water and then fought Alley and lost. So he basically just fed into Alley, and then there's still sticks on last, and there's nothing really that ANTIC could do except for sack another player, but then you're down 2 on the last point. So I feel like that was a bit of a misplay from Herpy there.
Salenta's in very deep, and he's just trying to buy space for the rest of his team to come in. Looks like he has finally managed to do just that. So everyone else from SVIFT, they just walk in very slowly, very securely, just keeping BAP safe. Raptor has gotten his own Uber at this point, so I think we're just gearing up here for another chokehold where you can have people just jump in and suicide. But yeah, I think the most teams that have been successful so far in Gullywash, at least as far as I've watched, I'm trying to remember who it was that just, I think it might have been Low Panda that just played the water super aggressively. Like they would just keep on like prodding into the water, like jumping people onto the point and then just coming in from several different angles and playing it that way. And that worked out really well, and I just watched Lego against Nunya Black, or the Chokebusters, and they did something very similar where they would just like really aggressively pressure the point, and they would get a lot of good caps and pushes out of it that way. So that seems to be the key these days, is to just play the point very aggressively, and they did the first part right by forcing the enemy team into the spawn, because then it can just clear the point, right? Like just have a single guy stand on it basically, and then Demo Man pops it, and then the rest of the team just stands on it. But you have to be very quick about it, because like SVIFT, they were quick out of spawn, so it's a very tiny window and you have to be very safe or very deliberate in your plans about it. But it does seem to be the way to success, and as I explain all of that, nothing has happened.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes it's gotta educate people a little bit as to how to push into last. You know? A little bit of a TF2 lesson with our good friend Beater, but RP is also wondering what's going on. He's asking SVIFT if they think you know, the weather's nice. Just some small talk with your opponents. You know, maybe you can distract them by asking them random questions, and then they'll just start typing to you, and then you can, you know, bomb and get the free frag. Easy.
Yeah, that's the classic in so many games. Just asking a question, then when they're typing in chat, you just go in, right? That works across so many games. Currently, there's no off classes. It's pretty normal to see like a scout or a soldier just go all the way back to their own spawn, like all the way back on last, just switch to sniper. It looks like Yeehaw has done that. So that's exactly what we see. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the same thing out of either Tiger or Silentis. Tiger quite likes playing sniper, and he's very good at it. But it looks like it's going to be all about what Yeehaw can hit. And usually it's about, like, you can get quite a lot of space in Big Door. Big Door is pretty difficult to spam, like, in a way that's threatening when you're standing all the way up on your own point. Like, the fall off kind of means that the sniper is going to like be required to take probably like 4 different spots of damage before he dies. So he can usually kind of just sneak his way in there. He has been spotted right now, so they know about it. They're not going to stand still. But yeah, he's not really. He doesn't want to come in. We see both soldiers here just jumping around the corner at the same time. But Yeehaw, he wasn't even close. So I think he kind of smelled what was going on there. It's like, oh, they're setting a trap. Let's see if he's getting more brave now. He still hasn't fired a shot. There we go.
I think he needs to just go for a one and done. Like, with the way that they're just holding Big Door right now, the only thing he can really do is go for like some kind of one and done, go through drop down, and then go for the Stark shot or something. You're not really going to get much space, and you're not really going to get a pick onto Babs because they're holding like with their combo in Big Door. So, well, at least with their like combo or pocket soldier. So, yeah, Babs is like in the hardest spot to potentially snipe unless you're gonna literally just walk out Big Door. So he's just gonna have to go for it.
Oh, there you go.
Instead, ANTIC goes for it.
Oh, they finally just muscled their way into Big Door. They paved 2 soldiers with it. Tiger's in behind as well. Sam's gonna come in and follow up on Tiger's damage. This is just a completely weird thing. Oh my god, Raptor could get forced here, and our soldier's not gonna jump him, but yeah, that was so weird. So Babs got forced, and then they just won the point, but they didn't force Raptor either. So Raptor, they're definitely gonna be able to hold last, but that was definitely a win right there, and even some pressure on the point. And as the point, the jump the medic.
What is going on? No, drops.
Pressuring the point, man. It's so good.
I feel like I feel like they're just throwing everything right now. Like they went for the double soldier sack, and then they didn't back out in time, so they lost all their players to Ubered play. Well, not Ubered player. They lost it to Tiger, but you know the principle's still the same. And then when they are on last with full Uber advantage, they kind of just tunnel vision onto the point and just get owned. It's like, and then Raptor drops. It's like this is just.
Yeah, it was a bad drop too. Because you saw the soldier standing right behind. Like it was so well played, right? Because they pressured the point. Okay, here comes the Uber, and they put quite a bit of pressure on. They take down Butt Nose, and now finally they're beginning to at least edge the point a little bit. Ali will take down a D-Ski as he jumps down to try and get it.
Oh, Raptor with the saw! The clutch saw is gonna actually get the Uber. Yeah, this is
redemption. Yeah,
this is definitely they're gonna get Ali even here up top, and Tiger's gonna try to W his way in onto Yeehaw, but Yeehaw will take him out. Babs is gonna go out Big Door, and come on Yeehaw, you hit these. Babs will just suicide bind, but well, Raptor almost loses his team the round, and then he saves his team the round. So you know it's a bit of a yin yang. I don't know.
Back and forth. Yeah, I feel like calling it yin yang is somehow wrong.
I
know.
feel, yeah, that's definitely, that's
after he
definitely
gets jumped
wrong.
again. He's just gonna...
He's dead. He's pretty dead.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know enough about Asian culture or Taoism to actually say whether or not that's yin yang. So, anyway, moving on.
Don't want to offend the Asian audience here.
Yeah, our huge Asian demographic that watches these. Hello, everyone in Singapore. It's an honor to meet you. Anyway, the Uber comes in here. It's just going to be basically a scout Uber, and Ellie gets chased around and finally gets taken down. But that's going to be the only casualty of this Uber so far. Smear's in and spamming out in the sentry, and he actually somehow doesn't get it. He's trying. Hey, there we go. He finally gets it, but that's going to be it. Bab's about to have an Uber. Oh my god, Smear, he's so aggressive. He actually gets Polygon. So, if enough people go down, it's going to be very easy to force this Uber. And yeah, there we go. We even see Babs dropping her pocket right there. Like if they're not careful, they can just get capped on. Like, he's just going to run over the point. That's going to force them to go back. And now everyone else can come in. Yeho's very weak, but he's going to come in. He's not being focused around. There's a really nice re-push, but a big pipe from Ali. It's going to do so much work, but it's still not out of the woods.
Just wait for the Uber! Just wait for the Uber, please! You have 85%! Just wait! You're losing all your players!
Oh my god,
oh, what a pipe.
Yeah.
Okay, the Raptor's still alive, somehow, after committing, like, to the push, like, 3 times, and the ANTIC beefing it 3 times, but now, they have Uber, and they should be, yeah, their spawns are gonna be here in time that Samzy can't get a level 3. So this should be the push that works, except I see her P on heavy. So, oh, they're gonna do I think they're gonna do the heavy thing, like go out river with heavy.
Yeah,
but
you can do that, or you can also just take heavy through the shutter, or you can just put heavy up on the balcony after the push is over. Like, if you just buff and push in,
yeah,
and then they're out of ammo, right? They've used all their shot, and then the heavy just comes in. This Pyro, or Tiger, is finally gonna get taken down. The sentry gun will also get taken down, and now everyone's in spawn, so now they need to pressure this point. And the scout is definitely trying, but he's not really committing. They're using so much time trying to get this. P is indeed on the balcony. They're putting time on the point, and there we go. They finally get it. Not very clean, but that's still enough to make it 2-2. And we have a really good game here. There's 5 minutes remaining, and it could anyone's game.
They should just sack a scout for the point. Like, the entirety of Swift is in spawn. Just sack for the point and throw your other players on, and then just own, what is it, Ali or Silentis or whoever is in water, and it's... Oh, they won the round, and I shouldn't really be criticizing them, so... 5th mid, 5 minutes. This mid could definitely determine who wins this first map. Butno's behind. It's the first frag through drop down, getting Tiger and Choke. Silentis going down afterwards. Herpy getting swiftly taken out as a reply, but 3 players down for Swift. Polygon getting caught in elbow, and actually Smear jumping over, hitting all the pipes onto Semzy and Babs, and there goes Ali. That was the mid to win, and I think that's like their 2nd mid win. So this is a full Uber advantage, and they should be able to push their way in. They have 5 players up, so this should be.
And nobody's even buffed yet.
Yeah,
if they just go fast enough, nobody's even going to get buffed. It looks like they're not quite fast enough, so there will be buffs in play. And Tiger's also on Sniper. He's going to try and see if he can be a hero. There's also a Pyro. Samsy's just standing in the corner waiting for it. This push. And the push hasn't come from Riverside, and Samsy's not in a good position to air blast this, so a bit unfortunate. He took a big risk there, and he's not really going to be able to reap the rewards from that one. It's still a pretty even push so far. No time has been put onto the point, but a lot of people have been kind of trapped in spawn. Smear almost dying, but gets saved by a double air from Raptor. Really huge play, and this is just a slugfest of a fight. It looks like it's gonna be like a slow
that
fight.
air shot from Buttnose onto Silentis.
These even fights, they favor the defenders. But Smear comes in, hits a nice fight, takes down Babs. So now they can just get out of here, and he'll be in a good spot. And he's being chased, but he's also taking the right way out. Oh, Tiger finally gets him. He tried, and he did get the medic. And so that's really good.
Still on top. He's gonna go down. But Jesus, these fights are gonna give me a heart attack, man. These fights are so messy. And every time it looks like one team is going to win, and then somehow someone hits a nuts air shot and turns it around. But, okay. It's full Uber advantage. And ANTIC is Ubering through big door. They've
gonna
got
get
their sights
Babs,
on
though, for
Babs.
sure.
Yeah, this should be free. They get her, but
Oh,
now,
Raps actually picks up the medigun as well. He actually has like 30% on it because he did it so fast. Like, it drains so fast. Anyway, the fight's still going. He doesn't quite get it. Mental save. It's Ali versus Yeehaw at this point, basically. Raptor is almost a non-factor. He can't really
can do this,
too much.
Yeehaw.
Oh, he
Need
actually
to
hit
get
an
him.
arrow.
He's on the pack, please. No beef.
Oh,
no
no
beef.
beef.
Oh, he gets it. Ali's out of ammo. So Yeehaw does win those. That's proper. Nah, whatever. 40% advantage. That's what's important.
Yeah, and that's
It's
actually
2 minutes
basically
left.
all from him picking up the medigun. Like, he got 30% from picking up the medigun because he did it so fast. It drains for like, it's like 10% per second or something. So it drains really fast. Might even be more. Maybe be 20. But he just picked it up instantly, basically. Like, you almost never pick up a medigun to get the percentages, but in that situation it actually worked out. They're going to have a bigger advantage than normal. They have a 50% advantage getting ready to go in here, and yeah, here we go. Uber's popped, and Babs is nowhere near having her own. Sentry gun has been picked off, and yeah, so far it's just only the soldier in. He needs some help, but oh my god, Raptor saves him with an arrow once again. That could actually be a really huge steal, but they're not really committing too hard as this heavy finally goes down. But they need to get in here. Smear once again doing work. Butler's going to jump in very aggressively. The guy's taking down Polygon's just this wall. Just taking everyone down. And again, it's a failed push. Babs didn't even have to use a Uber.
They need to frag those soldiers. They're like, there's no way they can really make their way into spawns. And you have Uber, so you just collapse on those soldiers. You get 2 frags, and then you basically win the last push. But instead, it was just a D-ski, I think it was, who was on the soldiers, and then the Uber faded, and then they lost their players, and now instead of what seemed like at least a guaranteed golden cap, might be a little bit of a roll. They need to just keep their players alive because it's 50 seconds. So at this point, they can't really make their way back to Swift's last, and Swift's gonna roll this straight through. Yeehaw going down her P as well. It's just Buttnose and
Big
Raptor.
alley flank. The medic is in here as well. Yeah, Babs gonna force it, but this is a really good flank. Look how far in they are.
Oh, I like what they're doing though. They're trying to go to second with the Uber, try to at least block second a little bit, just kind of buy themselves some time with that Uber. But now it's 30 seconds and it's 5v5, so this is pretty doable for ANTIC to hold. Polygon in Secret's very weak, a sentry being built right now, but it's gonna be changed out. But everyone's on the point from SVIFT and they're not contesting it. Now it's gonna be it. It's gonna be 3-2 for SVIFT.
Yeah, there's 10 seconds right now. It was like 15 seconds on the cap. That's going to be it. 3-2 for Swift, so we were both right, but not very much. Yeah.
Can I just say that this was an upsetting game, an upsetting map for both sides. This is weird to watch. I feel like there was a lot of weird pushing and like very sloppy pushing from both teams, but like.
Yeah, it really seemed like they didn't have like a plan before going in. They just went in and shot at things that were close to them, and then when people like the enemy team retreated or something, they didn't know what to do next. Like, they didn't immediately sack someone on the point, or they didn't like play the point and then go for the players, or like they didn't mix it up like switching sides or switching focus. But yeah, either way, it's a very close game, and. I'm looking at some logs, and finally I got my wish. Smear's crushing. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want to see. Unfortunately, he didn't get his team the win. But it's basically Smear, and then we have 4 players with the enemy team, right from Swift, and then his own team comes again.
Yeah. Like
Buttnose with the back.
Ooh, yeah. I wasn't really like. I mean, obviously, I wasn't expecting ANTIC to win this, especially since both of their soldiers are stand-ins, so they can't obviously play as organized as they should, which probably is one of the reasons why their pushes were so sloppy and all over the place. But I have to say, this was actually, regardless, it was quite a good match from ANTIC. I mean, all things considered, they did really well, and I mean, it would have been a golden cap if it wasn't for the fact that they just completely beefed that last push, and then we're not ready for Swift to just completely roll, try to completely roll that momentum into last. So this is a very it makes me very optimistic about ANTIC, seeing as you said that they were going to be trash.
I didn't say that. Not really.
Okay, you didn't. Okay, that was not. I might be exaggerating your viewpoint a little bit, but I mean, you did imply that they were the worst team. You know.
Well, where do you get the worst team?
The worst.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's a lot better than worst. But definitely not the worst team. I definitely didn't say that. But yeah, I will say ANTIC usually they perform worse than their roster would indicate. That's definitely something I've said. And I guess judging by the results so far, I'm right. I don't know. I don't know. Swift. I consider Swift one of the better teams. So like maybe not.
I wouldn't say like. I mean, this match was like really close, and if you look at the roster, it's not the most impressive thing in the world. Like, there's a lot of experience on ANTIC, especially with the subs as well. Actually, even without subs, there's a lot of history. But like, if you look at the roster just on paper, you would not think it would get this close. And I'm trying to figure out if that is because SVIFT is doing badly or if ANTIC is doing well. Because obviously I didn't like ANTIC's pushes, but what was SVIFT doing that caused them to not win this outright? And I mean, yeah, I don't really know if the
That's not a simple thing to answer for sure. Yeah. There's always more to it than immediately meets the eye. But I think we can agree that that both teams definitely messed it up a whole lot. Like
not on their A game. Definitely not on their A game.
Yeah. Like kind of best pictured when like they sacked in 2 soldiers, got the medic pick, and then Raptor basically dropped everyone on his team, and then he dropped himself.
That was that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was just like a whole team play where like they made a force and then they didn't get out in time, and then eventually Raptor also made a personal mistake. So like it's kind of a mirror, and then they still held, right? So, and pushed out, and it was a bigger round. So yeah, it seemed a bit sloppy from both teams to me. It kind of seems like they're probably equally sloppy, but Swift has a better DM overall. Or at the very least, they have the better scouts, so
yeah,
they can kind of get away with it a little bit more.
Your comment at the start of the cast of the team with the better scouts wins is definitely applies when the match is as all over the place as this one. Because I mean, when you have Tiger on your team and Tiger is just allowed to walk everywhere, I mean, he's just gonna get every free frag easy. And well, I mean, we saw it a couple times, like the time when he went into lower lobby and then just walked in and killed 3 players, like at the start of the match. So yeah,
that was a good flank. He also went 24 for 13, which is very good.
Jeez.
Yeah, Sam's also had a pretty good game, 19 for 12. Everyone's damage was pretty low because there was this huge lull in the action when they were having a stalemate on second and middle. They just like they were doing like a whole lot of nothing for a very long time, and they had a sniper in Yeehaw who was being very passive. They were just playing it super slow and super safe, and then like that's gonna draw everyone's DPM down, right? So I wouldn't read into it too much that everyone has pretty low DPM, at least compared to other matches. But enough about Gullywash. We are now going into Badlands with a new set of paint. Now called ProLands, because we needed more maps with Pro in the name. Process, Product, ProLands. Like I'm just not gonna know what map we're on at some point.
Pro wash.
Pro wash, yeah. Prowess, yeah.
Prowess.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh god.
But yeah, we're still playing ProLands because this is still a week 2 official, since it's technically week 3 now of ETF2L, but Prem teams get a little bit of a more leniency when it comes to scheduling, so they get to play in week 3, get to play week 2 official. So this is the last time we get to see ProLands until the playoffs, if a team wants to play this map during the playoffs. So you better hopefully this match is going to go all the way so that we can enjoy the amazingness that is the Spire arena from MGE.
Yeah, it's like recently there's been this like trend on Badlands where everything just gets stuck on last, and people don't really want to, like, they're not really able to sack in or force the medic or anything, so it just kind of all grinds to a halt, and then they can't push out. Like, Badlands Spire is super difficult to push. It's like, if there's a demo man alive in the enemy team, it's almost always not possible, because you just get knocked down, and then people will come in and respawn before you can get back up on the Spire, and then they can contest it. So, you have to be really careful. So, I want to see. I have found a solution as the defensive team, and that is you got to use the buff banner.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
right. Because then you just pop it at
see.
some point. You just build it like normal, and then you just pop it, and then you just panic the enemy medic, because that is terrifying. Like, anything can kill you. But we are going live here, as we will be jumping our way to mids. Mia with the perfect rollout, and Ali is a bit slower. No, he's exactly the same speed. They're just going to exchange stickies here. Ali will take quite a bit of damage, actually, whereas Ali was just sticking up the house, but he gets Raptor immediately. Really well done. And Smear will actually get picked off by a soldier as well. We see RP just diving onto the medic there, but now it's just going to be Botnos alive. He is all the way back on the enemy Spire, basically, but he has been spotted, so he's not going to be able to get any respawners. Like, they're going to know he's there. He's just going to jump up on the Spire at 5. But they're just ignoring him.
Yeah. So, ANTIC's streak of losing mids is continuing into this map. They won 1 out of 5 mids, and it was the only mid that really mattered, and they still lost. So, let's see. Hopefully, it won't be like that before. But there's a little bit of a fight going on by Resup. That's Buttnose and Tiger. Buttnose just sitting behind. But the Uber has been popped into top left by SVIFT. They're going to take out that sentry very quickly. ANTIC has rotated their entire team over to top right. Uber has now faded. They get Polygon, but then they lose her P and Buttnose straight after. And it's going to be quite difficult when the soldiers bomb onto your combo. Raptor is going to go down, and there goes the pocket as well. It's just Smear from top left. He's sticking up the point, being a little bit of a nuisance, trying to buy time for the spawners, but he's going to go down, and the spawners aren't anywhere close. 1-0 for a SVIFT.
Yeah, very quick round once again, right? I'm pretty sure they got a quick round last time as well. So they start off strong, and this is a pretty good example of not playing the point actually working out. They just focused on kills really heavily, and then they just won the fight because of the Uber. So it can work out. I have been proven wrong, I suppose, or it's a new map that plays differently. Either way, you can see Botnos jumping in very aggressively, and so will Adiski. Oh my god,
Polygon!
What a shot by Polygon, yeah. Fat Rocket, her piece in the house, will actually take down Silentis. Wow, what a DM fight there from her P. Doing really well, and that's gonna earn them the middle from Swift. Oh, yeehaw.
Goodbye.
He's on the prowl. He wants Babs. He's gonna die.
There it is.
No hesitation. Just one shot to finish her. Easy.
Yeah, ANTIC has won a mid. This is a good start. Adiski is kind of stuck on last, trying to spawn camp. It goes down, but don't think that will be a big issue for ANTIC, as they probably will just be pushing with a roamer, I presume. Oh, why? Raptor peeks top left and gets body shot by Tiger. Drops to like 20 HP. That was really scary for a second, but now they have their spawners and they should be pushing in soon.
Yeah, surely they won't drop now. They're just going to go in with the demo man and the scout. Raptor gets bounced quite a bit here, but he's going to just share the love. He's actually going to jump a soldier into the tube, try to get people out of there. Yeah, Ali will get taken down by Botno, so when the demo man hides in there, if you jump in a soldier, you can just deal with them so easily, and they will do just that. You're going to actually lose the fight.
Oh, you're insane!
Oh my god, that should not have worked.
Oh my god! I just watch.
That was a terrible push, and they won it. What?
Oh my god, that was sick. That was insane. Jesus, that is a carry performance on last. If you're looking for one, jeez. Well, I need to calm down from that, but we're going into the next mid. after that last push. Some good aggression from the soldiers from ANTIC, but good counter aggression from ANTIC. Completely takes out the scout, roamer, and actually both soldiers as well. So everyone's down except for the combo of ANTIC, and they're already out. They're actually already on last. I think they backspawned into resub, so yeah, they're already in the last holding mode.
Yeah, they're just going to completely concede Spire here. Adiski is on Spy. Is he actually playing Spy, or is he just checking things? He is actually on Spy, so he's moving out here. Going to get hit by a rocket, but nobody saw him because he was around the corner. He's just going to hide up here on the balcony. There's actually an area that some people will bump into. But no, they have not been spotted. So how does he get here from here to behind the medic before they pop in? That's going to be the question that hopefully Adiski can answer for us, because he's just sitting in a corner, and at some point usually like a soldier will bump into him if he stands in this corner. That's usually what happens. But oh my god, that was so cool. He's actually going to wrap his way all the way around, and he has uncloaked. Oh, Sam spots him.
Yep.
Oh, he's just going to cloak, I think, and go back in and switch from spawn. Yeah, he will indeed.
Gonna go into bottom left holder, but Silentes, who I think tried to do a little creative sack attempt, is gonna go down, which will, I presume, prompt a counter response from ANTIC. Smeria is gonna be peeking aggressively into top lobby, but
they might send Ali back to switch to Quickie Bombs. We sometimes see this. He is not looking and playing like he wants to do that though, and no, he will not. But Silentes will go on Spy, and this is one of the most difficult situations to play Spy in TF2. Right, because you just sacked in, then you go Spy. And her P right, still you on Spy. Yeah, because they just expect it.
You know what he switched to? He switched to the Putis.
Oh man, so he just walks back, he's like, ah, it's not gonna work.
He's on the regular fists too, so he's gonna waddle his way to top lobby here. I don't know exactly what the plan is, but Polygon goes down. And Silentes is in trash. I'm so confused what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I guess Polygon just saw like an opening and he just went in, because there's not a whole lot. Oh, Babs almost going down.
Jesus.
Gets caught on the stairs. Just getting hit by rockets. Doesn't pop it. I think Babs is like, the one thing about Babs that always really impresses me is that like she's one of the better medics at just keeping it cool, like during really stressful situations and moments. Where like you're getting forced or you're getting jumped and you have like 2 HP, but like she will not pop unnecessarily in those things. Like she has really good decision making in the clutch, and she showed it right there. But Smear's actually getting caught in, completely just bounced around, gets air, but not getting saved today. Ali just catches him, and they're just gonna Uber in immediately with the no demo around.
Oh,
oh, demo getting caught in, but he's getting bounced everywhere by this. The sentry actually helped him out there.
Also, yeah, some really creative surfing from Ali to save him. They're going to try to repush with the heavy here, and they get the frag onto butt nose, and now it's 4 ANTIC players on top left. Adiski coming from behind trying to get a frag. Get that scout on point. Yeehaw will be winning that 1v1, but then goes down to the other scout, and everyone just trying to get on the point from SVIFT. And Smear and Herpy are doing a good job, but Smears is going to get nailed to the wall by the heavy from Silentes, and well, that heavy play in the end worked out quite well.
Yeah, that is how you play heavy, like how you push with it, right? It's just, he just comes in after the initial fight, and then he just keeps on firing, and he's not going to run out of ammo. It's like if a soldier fires 4 rockets at him, the soldier has to reload, but the heavy can just keep on firing. So at some point, like assuming he doesn't run completely out of ammo, he can just fire forever. And that's really powerful in a prolonged fight. But anyway, it's going to be 2-1 in favor of SVIFT. They're going to try to take ANTIC's train really aggressively here. Polygon just having it. This is very like turtleless mid right now coming out from ANTIC, and Yeehaw will be the first one to go down. Buttnose jumps in quite alone here. Smear gets taken down as well. This was a weird mid. The scout coming in her P and Buttnose both getting taken down, and that was a weird mid. It was like they all played around their own house and their own slope, and then they just waited. And SVIFT, they just kind of stayed on their train and just stayed on mid, stayed on the high ground, spammed them out, and then took it.
Yeah, I think this is where the effects of having 2 mercs is kind of well, it comes in, since this mid was very awkward. It seemed like people didn't really know what they were trying to achieve, so It was all messy. People were in weird spots, and they ultimately lost the mid because of it. But look what we have again. Zadiski on Spy.
Oh, he's gonna spot the sniper, so he knows Tiger's there. He might even go for him just to take him out. Like, sniper is a very easy pick. I think we all know this from just playing TF2.
Pubs.
Oh, can he actually jump up and backstab Tiger here? Is the question. I don't think you can.
No, that's way too high. You have. I don't know what you think the jump height for Spy is.
Oh, I thought Spy was French. Isn't Frenchmen known for being able to jump? No?
Possibly?
But yeah, making his way around, again, as normal, is also really good. And you can see Samsi's not spy checking. Alright, so if I was seeing that, okay, now Samsi is actually spy checking. So maybe he doesn't do it that way. Oh, I think he's seen his moment. Badlands will actually go down, so that's going to make them lose focus for a bit as they try to push. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he gets him. Gets Babs. Perfect timing coming out of him, Adiski. Oh my god, but Tiger just walks in and takes down Raptor as well.
Need to get on point, need to get on the point though! The Yeehaw goes down in bottom left, it's just her Pete on last on the point, and he goes down to Solentes. That was such just... yeah. I mean, you know what happened. You know what happened.
It's not sloppy play here, right? Like, that was just the pick classes doing their job.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But you know what happened. He got sniped, and that just ruined everything.
Yeah. Like a Tiger just walking in there on the right side, just seizing the opportunity to move in and just hitting the shot when it really counts.
The famous double drop.
Yeah, the double drop. It's the classic lose your medic to a spy and then win. Smith going down to 8 HP, gets taken down by Sam to just pelted down by basically no damage. Rapid's gonna take a lot of damage as well here on mid, and he's not gonna be able to do enough damage here, I don't think. No, he will not. Everyone's just dying right now. There's 2 alive for Antic. They're pretty healthy, but the firepower on Swift is just too much, and Badlands is gonna be forced to get out of here. They're actually still chasing him. He's on 28 HP. Gets him. Oh, he was going at... I thought he was going back home, but he was actually going for the spawn camp. He was going for the medic. But yeah, he was being chased the entire way.
Seems like, yeah, that Antic is having a lot of issues with dealing with the aggression, because Smear has been, like, shut down, like, 2-3 mids in a row by the soldiers, and he just can't really have any impact on any of these mids, which is definitely an issue when Smear is, like, one of the better players, I guess not better, star players of the squad, so it's gonna make it very awkward, but seem to be doing a good job of holding second right now. Ali might actually go down, but will survive thanks to an arrow from Babs, but now it's gonna be with the advantage. SVIFT is gonna be probably moving in, or maybe they don't even know that they have the advantage. Actually, they're just gonna be sitting on mid instead.
Indeed, it's going to slow down Raptor. He's in an uber disadvantage, so you kind of saw them just back off for a moment there, and then once Raptor got his uber, they moved forward again. So just playing it safe, just don't want to get forced on. You know, the medic is really the important part there. When you have an uber disadvantage, just as long as your medic is somewhat far away, but actually there's an uber coming in here. We're going to focus on the demo first, but so far the uber is definitely better in favor of Swift, and it's just the scout in very aggressively. I can take down one person, but now Raptor gets jumped, and he's still alive. But there, finally goes down. This is just a complete, like, crazy fight. Just everyone just flanking in, and he's actually gonna just go. Smear has 1 HP. Like, there's no way he survives this, right?
It's taking a while, but he should be dead sometime soon.
Sticky so he can get out. Oh, he actually hit the air fight. Oh, that was close.
Scary stuff.
If he got that double right there, that would have just been completely nutty. But no, it's going to be a Spire cap coming out from Swift. Are they on Crits Creek? I don't think so. No, they are not. This would be a very obvious Crits Creek situation, so that might be it. But oh my god, Babs actually gets jumped by a D-Ski. D-Ski, I think he's very good at jumping in at unexpected times. Like, I wasn't expecting it, and I have perfect vision. Like, I see through walls.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like, I see, like, people's name through walls, and I still didn't expect that bomb in. So that means it's a good time to bomb in.
Ooh, Butnose with a bit of a confrontation between Solentes. Solentes is going to win that fight. It's going to allow Tiger to just walk into top right and try to fight a D-Ski.
Raptor's on 85. He doesn't have it yet.
Oh, no.
Oh,
dead.
it's caught.
And it's just 3 players up for ANTIC, and they're all in spawn. Actually, Diski's in top right, but he's completely neutralized. That's a very clean push from SVIFT into last there, and 4-1.
Yep, 4-1. It definitely looks like SVIFT have kind of found their groove, and they're being much more. I think the big difference is that their pushes are working on this map compared to Gullywash. Right, like that's what it feels like to me. That there's not that much difference really. They're just winning the last pushes. That doesn't leave much space for ANTIC. ANTIC once again going to be pretty passive. They're going to jump the Butnose way behind, and 2 players are actually chasing him. So that means there's going to be a man advantage for ANTIC for a small moment while they chase him down. And they've just both taken each other's sides. Smear's very weak. Will get taken down and just completely overwhelmed. Raptors needs to kill himself, and well, I guess Tiger will do it for him. In that situation, I want to see Tiger just not shoot. Just chase him. Just go give him a kiss or something. Just don't shoot him.
It's good. Yeah, I think that was relatively good looking for ANTIC for a while. They had a lot of damage on the alley and Silentis on the slope, like right before they all just got mulched. So it seemed like they could get the cleanup on that and then get through. But once again, they lose the mid, and they're gonna be rolled into last. Yadiski meeting the Uber with the Pyro there and the Sentry going down as well. But now the Uber has faded, and ANTIC is on top right trying to contest this, but they lose another player, and Buttnose drops onto the ground. Smear goes down. The Heavy is dead as well. It's just Raptor, and well, he's dead.
The last pushes are working. They're just focusing really heavily on the players, and right now it's working. I guess it's just that it's easier to focus players when they're trying to go back into Badlands last, and then, or like into the spawn, and so they're not able to get out of there. Raptor's actually on the crit streak now on this rollout, so they're changing it up. It's a weird change, but not going to be critical of it. Let's see how this works out. If they're going to play more passively than normal, or how they're going to do this. Yeah, Raptor's definitely passively in the choke, just positioning himself, and the Demo Man is also very passive, but her P is down to 3 HP. Yeah, we'll get taken down by Tiger. I think, yeah, they're 1 person down, so I think they're just going to retreat now, and if they're lucky...
Smear crits, here it comes! Oh! The combo's dead, and there goes Samzy.
Tiger's in behind. He wants to get the medic, but no, not getting him. Perfect time.
That was juicy. You've immediately got 3 frags, and then Tiger goes down as well. And and Raptor picks up the Medigun, so now they're on Uber as well. They have about like 20% advantage over Bab, so this won't even be a crits. This will be an Uber advantage push into last for ANTIC.
Yeah, that's beautiful. They're probably setting up for the crit streak, right? So expect Pyro, Sentry Gun, just the whole shebang, and then it's just going to be an Uber, which is not going to make like the biggest difference in the world. It's going to be slightly slower than they probably expect. They're actually aero building as well, with Smear down in trash there. So it should be a very fast push, and as long as they don't drop, which is totally not going to happen. They've spotted Tiger, so now there's no excuse, and we have a pause.
Right.
But yeah, this is looking extremely good. Like that crit streak was so money. Like they basically played the middle perfectly, right? Like they went 1 player down and retreated, which is exactly what you need to do basically any situation. But then they just baited them into the crits and then just came back in. Right? So like yeah, they played it perfectly in consideration that they had a crits, but it was also masked because this is also how they would play if they didn't have a crits. So it just completely caught them off guard.
I find it kind of funny, the timing of this push. It's like the perfect to be continued screen. Oh, and there's the second pause. I guess someone disconnected, lagged out of the game 90 seconds into the future, so...
Probably Raptor. Like, right now, on pause and then he just magically disconnects. Like, that's gonna happen, right?
Well, I mean, you can't drop to a sniper if you just don't play.
Yeah, but speaking of, we're moving in here, and no Mediguns have been dropped. They're just going to Uber in. They take down Polygon immediately, but they lose 2 players as well. So this is looking very dicey. I think they just need to get out at this point. Like, too much has gone wrong. But they do manage to take down an overextending Silentis there as he just moves out. And they are trying to go back in. I think at this point they're just trying to bait Babs out of the spawn and onto it. But Soldier on the point, gonna bait him one out, and Babs will Uber to take it out. And they got basically what they wanted there by having Babs pop.
And they need to deal with Ali on that light, because Smear tried to clear the stickies, and then her P went onto the point, essentially just sacking because Smear didn't properly clear them. And then Ali just put sticks on him again because he's on top of the light. So they need someone to like aggress onto him and just get that frag early instead of, I guess, doing it at the very end of the fight. And there goes her P. He is
oh, it's
dead.
a heavy.
Oh, what is this?
We get D-ski heavy. Just when you try to capture Spy, what you need is a heavy. Anyway, Raptor has Ubered in, and there's just a scout. He's just following in him, but Yeehaw just gets demolished by Tiger. Doesn't matter. Things about.
Hey, D-ski has gone to Highlands before. Oh no!
Oh, he's even gonna heal him up with the sandwich. He's just gonna drop him, and so then he's gonna pick it up and gain 50 health from it. So this should definitely be a very good situation. That was the pause. I don't know what happened.
Raptor disconnected or something. So you were in fact correct.
I can't believe I was right. Oh, that's sad. But the Uber advantage is in full effect anyway. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. See a single scout, Yeehaw, just looking at it. P is sniping. He's going to miss Ali. And that's going to be it. Like, middle is completely uncontested. There's 10 minutes remaining. And currently, I think they need 4 points.
It's a lot of rounds to make up for, but they do have the time to potentially run this back. Herpy getting the frag onto Ali there. He's sitting in trash, but and they get the force onto Bab, so this is a good start. There are only 3 players up, but they seem to be committed to the plan of going for the crits, and he's gonna be critting. There comes his crits is up, but he's not really getting any frags right now. He's trying his best to get any of these crit stickies to land. He gets Solentis eventually.
Tiger, and meanwhile, that happened. Tiger's coming in from behind.
Yep.
Just taking one down. Oh, and he's just gonna pull forward everything now.
Rip Smerit, rip Raptor. There's the combo. Now Scout on point, and Tiger's out for blood because he just completely clears lobby on his own.
It's like, frag clip, come on, man! And everyone else is just like, no, we're good. We're just gonna stay back here, back home where it's safe. but yeah, absolute doing work there by Raptor.
Raptor's also spawning in so late. Like, he died so late into this. Or, well, not late, I guess. But he's spawning so late. And now it's almost full Uber. They're going to have to somehow deal with this. They don't even have a sentry up, so this is going to be even harder to hold. They do have Yeehaw, the human sentry, but he's not going to get any frags. They do have a D-ski on the light, trying to do a little bit of an alley play, and Swift is trying to contest the point, but ANTIC is basically mostly stuck in their spawn right now. D-ski, the only person really contesting the point, is going to go down. Tiger getting the cap time goes down as well. They're trying to just keep this point alive. Everybody, it's getting so messy right now, but Senzi's the one that outlasts the rest with the 3K on last. It'll be 6-1 for
That was more like a
Swift.
5K, I think, from Samsi. That was a lot of people he just killed.
Oh yeah, it was actually 5K. I lost track. There were too many frags, man. Too many frags.
Yeah, too many frags, but yeah, absolutely huge play there from Samsi. And once again, this time around they just baited people onto the point, and everyone just dived down there, and they managed to eventually just take them down. A really great play there, and that was a much more safe map from Swift, more in line with what I expected, really. It was just a faster map, and it was nice to see Badlands being placed at a nice, brisk pace in staunch opposition to what we saw earlier.
People like to refer to that 1-0 on Badlands at Rewind and talk about how it's boring, but yeah, I mean, at least this match wasn't. This match was quite entertaining, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this definitely seemed like the more one-sided map. It seemed like SVIFT was just more in tune, and they were just able to string those mid wins together again, but this time also get successful last pushes out of them.
Yeah, and looking at the logs, pretty surprising to see that Solentis has gone 23-9.
Ooh, damn.
That's pretty good roamer stats, right?
That's really good roamer stats.
Yeah. Yeah, and he is the roamer. He got 13% heal. He got the lowest amount of heals on his team, so he is making the best of with what he's got. That's for sure. Polygon didn't do all that well. He's 13 for 8. That's fine. But damage-wise and kills-wise, Silentus is definitely the big carry. Smear had another good game, I feel. This time around, it was just not as much. And then I know I've been saying it a lot, but Tiger and Samsey, they went 19 and 10 and 26 and 8, whereas Herp and Yeehaw, they went 8 and 17 and 6 and 14. And also Botner was again having a bad game, going 6 and 16. So like there's definitely like the three. This 2 scout player and the Romo are just getting mulched. Romantic.
The scouts from ANTIC didn't have a lot of fun. Don't seem like they enjoyed the game too much. 8-17, 6-14. Yeah, I don't know. I've spoken to Smear before, and he's told me that Herp definitely seems to be a bit. At least I've been told that he's a bit rusty. So, since this is like his first time really playing seriously in a bit, so
yeah, like Herp's thing is kind of just like leaving the game for a bit and then coming back and then leaving and then coming back. So he's like
baiting everyone.
He's like perpetually rusty, right? Like then he gets really good, and he's
right?
like, "Yeah, I'm too good for this shit," and then he just leaves for a bit and then he comes back. So I don't know. I thought he was okay. So yeah, just the flank was just dominating them right there. Like when you see a really bad KD on the flank players, and then you see Silentus going 23 and 9. Like yeah, okay, there's definitely something going on there. Just a complete domination off the flank. And I'm trying to look. It's not even like Silentus got more heals, or like Tiger got more heals than her P on the flank, so I'm not sure what was going on exactly. Like I'm trying to think, and the only thing I can really remember that stood out was just Tiger running behind and out DMing people. Yeah, but I can't remember Silentus doing it that much, which is weird because he's the one who just dominates the logs.
Well, I mean, who remembers Silentus air shots? You remember Smear crits. I don't remember anything from Silentus.
Yeah, but let's get some people in here. We have Tiger, Samsey, and Ellie, so I will bring them in here, or degu will. But yeah, either way, congratulations, you guys. I guess we'll just talk to Ellie first because I'm just gonna go with the alphabetical order. So congratulations.
The alpha.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
All right, that was a nice mic. But yeah. Like it seemed like you guys were struggling quite a bit on the first map. So, like what was causing you guys to like not have as much success on Gullywash as you did on Badlands?
Played like pussies.
I think we got outbrained on so many levels. There you go.
There you go.
Just outbrained. Can you be a bit more? Can you give us like a specific example of you guys like making a mistake that they really like capitalized on?
Not getting our mid out and shit.
We were playing...
Just not winning last pushes with full Uber, you know? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. We were just like really out of sync, and to be fair, we didn't... This was like our first time playing in a couple of days, and we didn't even play a warm-up game. Because the choke busters, they cancelled on us.
Yeah, all hated them.
So if anybody's watching the stream, and you're playing the choke busters, just remember that they're not a reliable team. And if you want to, you can cancel on them just to make them feel the pain.
I'm gonna be productive here and say, don't cancel them. No, add them on Steam. Tell them they're shitty people, and then say, oh, and if you ever need a merc, you can call me. Because then you never have to cancel again.
You should make a TFTV thread about it.
Yeah, I will.
Good.
Yeah. Anyways, it went a lot better on Badlands than we especially noticed that your flank seemed to just be completely crushing theirs. At least when we looked at the logs afterwards. Like, can you explain what was happening on the flank? Like, Selene was just eating them alive. It seems.
What I can see on the flank is that Sil got 23 frags. It's pretty good, and I got like 20 something as well, I think. And that just adds up to a huge advantage for us, I think. It was like they constantly had someone down, and that was really easy for us, then I guess.
Yeah, your flank got 49 frags, and ANTIC got a total of 50 frags across all players in that Badlands map. So Yeah, that does help when the flank is getting basically the same amount as 6 players on the enemy team.
Yeah, just to make sure that we didn't lose focus on the combo, Samsy, you just went in there and got, was it a 5k on last at the very end there? Just to cap out and win the game?
I think it wasn't 4k, it just showed up as a 5k because I had like a frag early or something. But it's not frag really worthy, I think. Sorry.
Aww.
We'll see about that.
I mean, you probably can make it look good, but you know.
In the Samsy Legacy 2 video, it will just be that frag over and over.
I guarantee you that's not going to be the case.
There's only that one frag anyway, so it's going to be a short video.
Oh, well, let's look into kill streaks. Oh, right, it doesn't count it because it was the last round. Unless you got another 5k in there. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, it never counts like the very last one because it just ends the match, right, and then it doesn't record anything. So you officially didn't get that one, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, but how do you me and HiipFire have been kind of disagreeing on like how good you guys are this season. Like, what's your goal this season?
Which one of you thinks we're bad?
HiipFire.
Why are you? I didn't say. Why are you doing this to me here? Why are you doing this?
Putting you on the spot. Like, who do you think is gonna choke in our team?
That's not what my point was.
Who do you think?
Okay,
Who do you think?
I think the person who's gonna choke is gonna be Silentes.
What?
There it is.
That's a bold prediction. I think you should be removed of casting duty.
Well, I mean, I feel like any other answer wouldn't be controversial enough.
I think he said Polygon. I think that's what I heard him say.
No, that's too easy of an answer. That's not. No, I don't want to do that.
But yeah, like how good do you guys think you are? Like, do you think you can actually win the season? Is that your goal?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, definitely.
And who do you think your biggest competitors are? Like, and do you think you need to like actually scrim a lot to beat them?
I mean, I don't think we need to, but it would probably be good.
I think we definitely need to, and it's probably Lopan and Lego, I guess, right? They have,
I don't know. I think ANTIC, ANTIC had 2 mercs today, but I think ANTIC are pretty decent.
Well,
so
AMS isn't going to be playing with him anymore, is he? So.
Yeah, he's not coming back, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. I guess like Lego or Lopander. Maybe ANTIC. Maybe.
Yeah. I made the bold claim that Samsy and Tiger was the best scout combo in Prem right now.
Oh, fuck.
Is that correct?
It's just Tiger, honestly. Just let him have all the glory.
You're such a humble personality, Samsy.
No, I'm really not, and you know that.
Well, yeah, Tiger, what's your secret? Do you have any like nice programs you want to share with us, like for any up-and-coming scouts? Or do they actually have to like practice MG?
I think you should just play a bit more, you know. Play a bit more and you get a bit more, yeah. Play a bit more and you get better.
You just try hard in pugs.
That too.
That's like the only decent practice you can get during the day. Actually use that practice and don't fuck around.
Yeah, and if you try hard in pugs, like at worst you'll probably get picked up by some AMS team, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Rest in peace, AMS.
AMS will randomly join PugChamp and ask if there's people that they commerk for a Prem official.
Yeah. Alright, you guys are playing Nunya next week, and it's going to be on Product. and Gullywash, of course. Is this the good Nunya or the bad Nunya, in your opinion?
There's only one Nunya.
HiipFire, what do you think? You have like
What the fuck?
edgy...
What? I'm not trying to be edgy. It's this beater guy who's baiting me.
I'm just teasing, don't worry.
I don't want to be attacked in this cast here, and I don't appreciate this.
So I'll answer the question then. I think it's the better Nunya because they have a full roster and they've been playing more than the other Nunya. And I think with regards to our match, I think Viaduct is probably gonna be a rough one because Ixi will just snipe all the fucking time, and I don't think we've ever played Viaduct, so good luck.
Yeah, who's actually gonna play sniper for you guys? Because normally what we see is 2 scouts and a sniper. No one.
If we have a sniper, it's probably Tiger. He's the best sniper in our team, and Sil can always play scout. So Like, I don't know. We can always swap our roster around a bit and have 2 scouts instead of 2 soldiers because it's better. If we have a sniper, but we're probably not. You know, you just have to see when it's happening. Stay tuned.
It's very true. There's only one way to find out, guys. Like, how will they solve this conundrum of dealing with not being able to go sniper without switching up their classes? Will this Atlantis scout just be the best thing ever? Is he going to choke?
Probably.
Like HiipFire thinks he is?
Nah, soldiers make the best scout mains.
That's surprisingly true. Yeah, Stark was a soldier first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Stark was a scout first, but that's like 8 years ago.
That's true.
But still, big soldier as well.
Sill's really good at scout as well.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw him play scout. I think it was like when I was in Div 2 and he also was there.
I hate playing against Sill on scout.
I thought it was the best demo.
He's also pretty good at demo.
Yeah.
He's better than me on demo.
That was probably the most complete
than
player
anybody else.
right now.
Yeah. I guess all we have left for him to do is to just leave your team and then join another team as a scout, and then
Yeah, maybe 7.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Some more drama and some more good scouts that were previous soldier mains. But yeah, I don't have too many other questions here, HiipFire. Do you have any good nuggets?
Do you have any
No.
good nuggets?
Nuggets? Questions?
Nah, I think nah.
Nah, alright. Okay, we'll do some shoutouts. We'll just go in descending order. So Ali, you get the first shoutout.
I just want to give an official apology to HiipFire for all the abuse.
Thank you. I appreciate the apology.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
I accept it.
No hard feelings.
And then shoutouts to my team. And make sure you follow us on Twitter, Swift Gaming, and buy a couple of shirts from our merch website. And that's it.
Alright, Samsy, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to my team. Thanks for putting up a nice production crew for this. Shout out to Ips and Sonny Black, and that's it.
And Tiger.
Shout out to the team and shout out to ANTIC. They're good gamers. That's it.
Alright.
Wait, I think Samsy has one more thing to say.
Yeah, I also want to give a big shout out to our fans and all supporters who already gathered on our Twitter. Keep it up, boys.
Alright, and HiipFire, do you have anything you want to say before we end this off?
No, I don't.
Alright, well that was interesting. Well, I just want to say, you're an interesting man, HiipFire. Alright,
No
I don't know if there's a game
problem.
tomorrow, but tune in tomorrow when I'm sure there's probably a game or something. I don't know when the next game
Oh,
is.
wait. Watch the Oz Fortress cast tomorrow. It's gonna be good.
Are you casting?
No, I'm not. It's at like 2 p.m. I think tomorrow. So watch that. There's an event on TFTV for it.
Alright. Thank you guys all for watching.
So-
Tune in tomorrow for both some Oz Fortress action and some ETF2L action. I'm sure there's probably something. I'm sure. We'll just make people schedule it. It'll be fine. But yeah, thank you guys
That's
for
an open game.
Yeah, if you're still here, big shout out to you because this has been very rambly. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching. And congratulations to Swift for winning over their notoriously swingy ANTIC. And then that's going to be all. Good night.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.